Hello, everybody, and it's amazing when you're a fan of a certain system or that it's always amazing how many games come out for that system in different countries that you never got to come out in the country you live in and you never got to play. And in this case, we're talking about the Korean exclusive Master System Robocop game that was discovered. Now, for original developers, they basically releasing their canned work for free on online, kind of preserves their efforts, kind of like allows people to play a game they never were going to play because it was never going to come out where they lived at. Robocop's obviously Master System game probably wouldn't get released over here even if everybody knew about it. Right? It's just a case of what would be the major draw. How will the Master System do over here? That and that. Master System was not massively big like here in the States. Now in other countries it obviously was, but here it was not. It wasn't until the Genesis that they really took off. Though there were people who had the Master System and it has a very loyal fan base, it wasn't nearly as big as like the Nintendo Entertainment System was over here. And obviously in other countries of the world it was totally opposite. But the latest kind of thing that was found, again, it was from Korea, was a unique take on Robocop for the Sega Mesh System. Developed by SIECO Limited for Samsung Game Boy or GABOI. They put an actual like a star symbol where the E would be for Game Boy, or the Korean Sega Master System. Again, more or less a knockoff. They call it Gangchual Robocop. It is not only an unofficial, unlicensed game, it is also very different from the other video games that were released under the same name. Of course, in the Robocop franchise, which was released by Ocean. That it was for this game was unfortunately lasting based on gameplay and physics. It wasn't obviously it was a Mesh System game. Obviously, it was unlicensed, and it wasn't nearly as some of the things you remember in those games with the physicals, stuff and stuff like that. But it has been preserved. It's now out there. You can download it and you can try the ROM if you're a Master System fan and you want to try this game. Again, he doesn't even look like Robocop. Okay, in the picture he's red and yellow and gray and white. Gray kind of like gray boots. Not even like that's the only thing that's gray on him. So basically, he doesn't even look like Robocop. It is basically a take on the name, but a lot of ways totally different. But if you played all the other Robocop games and you want to try this out there, it's out there. It has obviously typical things that games in that time do. It has a score. It has a high score. It has a basically like blue plus symbols for life. It has a time, area. Then it has a cap, which I'm not sure what that's all for. But basic game for the time. Again, this is an unlicensed, unreleased game over, from another country. Clearly, there wasn't a lot of effort put into this game, and so you may want to try it. Say, hey, you know what? I want to see how bad or how different this was compared to the other Robocop games, or maybe even how it was to other Master System games you loved. Again, sometimes it is fun to play something that's nothing like it's supposed to be. That sometimes it is fun to see someone else's creative take on something, even though it may not be even close to what you think it should be. But there you go. So go look at the RoboCop game. Love to hear your guys' thoughts. What you think of it? Again, it is an unlicensed thing for a reason. It never came out over here for a reason, and you just try it for fun. As some say, wow, this is kind of a cool history thing that a game did that never came out over here was actually made somewhere else. So, like always, guys, thanks for watching, and I will talk to you guys later.